Namaste, I'm Melissa. So tonight is a new moon. It's the 14th, and when we have new moons, it's about resetting, recharging, refueling. It's about planting your seeds. So we're going to take just a moment when we begin our practice to think about what seeds we want to plant right now. Props you'll need for this chair yoga class. I have a tennis ball. We're going to do some myofascial work while we're doing our chair yoga. And you're also going to need a blanket or a large towel. And then some blocks or some books, thick books. So let's begin with centering ourselves first. Putting your hands to your heart in the form of gratitude, coming back to your heart, Anjali Mudra. Please close your eyes, bow to yourself. Think of an intention, something you want to bring into your life right now. And breathe. Breathe it in. And exhale. Breath in. And exhale. Breath in through your nose. And exhale out your nose. Beautiful. Now we're going to take an even deeper breath. Just visualize your rib cage pulling up and out from your hips as we raise both arms up. Inhale. Exhale all that positive energy back to your heart. Inhale up, pull up from the rib cage. Bring it up, and then exhale back to your heart. One more time. Inhale up, perhaps even deeper breath. Exhale back to your heart. Let's go ahead and take our right hand to your left shoulder and the left hand to your right knee. Let's get settled, starting to move around our muscles in our arms or shoulder, more in our back. And let's just take our head to the left and to the right, to the left, to the right. Feel the neck stretch, left and right. Now move it up and down. Move it up and down. Move it up and down. Now if it's in your practice, deeper stretch for the arms. Come into eagle arms. Taking the right on top of your left arm. Elbow to elbow. We can crisscross right here. Maybe this is our eagle arm position, or maybe we can wrap and hold hands with yourself in eagle. We're going to inhale up wherever you are and pull it down. Pull back. Spine, engage your core. Inhale up again in eagle. Exhale. Pull up again in eagle. Exhale. Inhale the arms out. Pretend there's a pencil behind your shoulder blades. And exhale and give yourself a hug. Now taking the right arm to the other side, the left arm to the left hand to the right shoulder, the right arm to the left knee. Get confused. Just notice that stretch. Sit up straight in your chair. And just go ahead first, go up and down, head up, head down, feel the sensation. If you're tight in your cervical spine, this will help to loosen you up. All the tiny little muscles. From driving, let's look to the left and the right. Driving to working on computers, to texting. We want to just gently loosen that up. Now, eagle arms, taking the left on top of the right this time. We can have your arms and hands separated. Maybe they're like this. Maybe you can hold hands with yourself. And each side is different. So maybe this side you can go a little deeper in your eagle arms. We're going to inhale up. And we're going to pull it down. Engage your core. Inhale up. Exhale, come down. Inhale up. Exhale, come down. And this time as we inhale, let's open up our hands really wide. Open up our hearts. And then exhale, give yourself a hug. And that we feel looser in our upper part of our spine, our shoulders, our necks. You give your little shoulder rolls back before we pick up the tennis ball and come to myofascial. Just a simple way. And with myofascial, there's no right or wrong way to do it. Just whatever feels good to the body. It's a little self-massage. Pick up your tennis ball. And let's first hold the tennis ball in your right hand and just squeeze it. And then as we're squeezing the tennis ball, let's rotate it around, just in little circles, and you might notice some cracking sensations. Snap, crackle, pop. They're good snap, crackle, pops. We're just loosening up the tiny little muscles in our fingers and our hands and our wrists, the tiny joints. Let's go ahead and take it to the left hand, squeezing the ball first. Getting accustomed to the ball in that left hand. And then we're gonna just rotate the ball. Just in little circles. And then again, around to the other side. And then just playing. Well, I was just playing around with the tennis ball, I thought of certain moves. I'm like, this feels really good. So take that tennis ball to the inside of that right arm, right there. Just squeeze it. between that bicep and that forearm. Squeezing it, right? And then let go. So we have it in between, and we're just gonna inhale up, squeezing that ball, and exhale it down. And if we want to work more of the abdominals, inhale up, exhale. Maybe you want to touch your elbow, your right elbow to that right knee. Inhale up, exhale, come down, pull in the core. One more time. Inhale up, exhale, bring it down. Let's try it to the other side. We want to take that right arm, do some movements with it. Taking the ball to the left side, that bicep and the forearm, squeezing it, squeezing it. And inhale up, exhale, bring it down. Just continually squeezing that ball in between. Maybe you want to get fancy, come down, work on the core, inhale. Exhale, and I'm just making just a fist. You can have loose fingers too. Inhale. Whatever feels good, it's your practice. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, come down. Now let's go ahead and take the ball underneath that right leg and just squeeze it. Feels really good here. Notice how that feels. And again, if this doesn't feel good to you, then you can simply just take away the tennis ball and just have that right leg back. Extend that left leg in front of you and flex it. And if you notice, I'm on a cushion, rising me up a little bit. If your chair does have a cushion, or if it's a hard chair, when you're doing chair yoga, if it's too hard, it might be a little bit sore in that lower back, the lumbar area. So you might want to use a cushion to give you some extra support. So extending that left leg, flexing it. So we're also stretching out the hamstring area, and we have that ball tight underneath the right knee. And we're just gonna hold it here for a moment. And then we can also take some deep breaths, inhaling the arms up. Exhale, bring it down to the right knee. Inhale up. Bring it down to the right knee. One more time. Still squeezing that ball under there. Inhale. Exhale to the right knee. Let's take it out. Go ahead, get all that blood flow back in. So this really helps with getting that fluid back into the joints and the tissues, because the ball actually stops it for a moment, and then when we take the ball away, all that good fluid rushes back in and lubricates the joints. Taking the ball underneath that left knee, squeezing it tightly, squeezing it, extending that right leg, flexing it, and hanging out here. Notice that stretch in the right hamstring, all while in a chair. So we can exercise and we can feel good and not even be on the floor. We can be in a chair. We can be at work and do this too. If you work at home, you can take 10-15 minutes and do this video. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, bring it to your left knee. Inhale up. Exhale, bring it to that knee. Inhale up one more time. Exhale, Bring it to the knee. The last bit of myofascial we're going to do, which is so yummy, I do this a lot in my classes, taking the tennis ball underneath the feet. So tennis ball goes underneath that right foot. Feels really good. And we're just going to roll it around the bottom of your foot, maybe your toes, just push on it. Maybe this will help to release anything that you want to let go of. Right? Just push it down, push it away. And if you need something to do with the hands, you can hold on to the chair for some extra balance. Or if your balance feels good today, we can do eagle arms again, the left on top of the right. Get a nice little stretch for our upper body, our arms, while we're doing the myofascial. Go ahead and just take that tennis ball underneath that left foot. And again, just roll it around. Push on it, anything that might feel tight to you. Just allow it to just melt away. Taking the right arm perhaps on top of the left, eagle arm on this side. If you want to continue with the stretch in the upper body. Just allow it to feel good to you. And just a tennis ball. Let's go ahead and do some twists to continue to open up that spine. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale to the right. Both arms up. Exhale to the left. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. And at this time, while we're twisting to the right, maybe we want to take out our left leg and flex it. What do you feel? Do you notice it more in that right hip, that left hamstring? Taking it back, inhale. To the left, extending that right leg. Again, I just have my hand right by my knee, and then the other hand holding onto the chair. Or you may decide you feel good and grab the back of the chair for an extra twist. Holding onto the chair for some cat-cows. Inhale, allow your heart to open. Perhaps your head is back. Exhale, come forward. Inhale up. Allow the movement from the chair. Guiding you, exhale. Perhaps you want to put your hands on top of your thighs. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Supported butterfly on a chair using the blocks. So again, you could get blocks or books. Putting them out in front of you. Put one leg on top, the other leg on top. Put your feet together into butterfly. Roll those shoulders back. You can keep your palms open to receive, or your palms down for grounding, you choose. And you can continue to sit upright, or if it feels good to you, your body, your back, you can lean back for an even deeper stretch in your hips. And maybe you want to take your head back, or maybe you want to look down. Maybe you want to take your hands to your belly or to your heart. Breathe a couple breaths. Now's a good time as we start to wind down to focus on that intention, on that seed that you planted in the beginning of our practice together. Beautiful audible breath. Ocean-like breath, the Ujjayi breath. To hear yourself breathe means that you're alive. Opening up our eyes and slowly making our way forward. Slowly take your legs and bring them down. I'll give you two options for Shavasana. If you want to continue to stay seated in the chair, you can take your blanket or towel, and your blocks or your books are still there. You can maybe move them out a little bit further, keeping your legs out, or maybe crisscrossing, putting that blanket or the towel very comforting behind your neck, laying back, just holding on gently, or you can take your hands down on your legs and sit here. I encourage you for at least 5 to 6 minutes in your Shavasana. You can reflect on your practice. Notice how your body feels after this short yoga practice, where you can focus on that seed that you planted in the beginning. Another way to do Shavasana, if you want to get up out of the chair, again, this is only an option. You can come down and you can just simply take your legs on top of the chair, a more inverted Shavasana with your legs above your heart, and you can simply lie back. You can also use the blanket or the towel and wrap it around your head as well. It's very comforting. Again, encouraging you to sit for 5 to 6 minutes in this Shavasana. This is your reward for your practice, a time to reflect and relax your body and go inward. Start to feel yourself come back into your body. Maybe wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Start to take some more deep breaths. Maybe feel your belly rise as you take a breath in. And then come back down. And notice how you feel after your Shavasana. Because yoga is not all about the asanas, it's about how you feel after you practice. And it might feel sometimes weird or awkward to sit still in silence and breathe. But the more you do it, the better that you'll feel, and you'll start to notice things changing around you. And it'll start to feel like second nature. Coming inward, reflecting, pausing, breathing. Thank you so much for joining me for this chair yoga practice with Myofascial. Namaste.